You are listening to Live Your Happy Now conversations to open up and live an authentic, happy, and fulfilled life. I am your host, Veronica Parker. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are actually recording this episode live simultaneously in Zoom with a link that invited some people to join, as well as on Instagram. I'm still sort of figuring out how to do this Instagram live. I think I'm sort of getting a hang of it. I don't know. I think my daughter and my son are probably way better than I am at doing all of this. I actually don't even know how to turn the camera around. Okay. Anyway, so what are we talking about today? We are talking about this roller coaster that we might be living in with all the craziness that is going on with COVID, things changing, being in conscious isolation, and everything that is changing all around us. Obviously, unless you are living under a rock, you are probably experiencing a lot of these things. Hello to the people that are watching on Instagrams and T-Blues. Um, so, what is coming up for you when you are, I guess, surfing through the waves that is this reality right now? I gotta figure out how to turn this camera around. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to hold my phone like this forever. Maybe put this here and this here. Won't work. What if I do this here? Sorry, guys. I'm not like the best person when it comes to technology. Okay, sort of like this. Let me see if I can turn it around one more time. Yeah, so that's one of the things that I've personally had to overcome this weeks is overcoming my perceived limitations when it comes to technology and doing things differently. Um, Not always easy, but I'm always willing to try new things and do things in a different way. How about you? What is getting in your way of truly being who you desire to be at this time and creating something different and choosing something different despite all the craziness that is happening all around us? Ooh, I think I sort of figure out how to do this. Okay, let me see, get the screen like that, bring it a little closer without tipping my whole thing. Okay, cool. That sort of works. All right, so my cords are all entangled here because I didn't untangle them before starting. Oh well. Anyway, so what is coming up for you and how are you literally surfing these waves that is everything that is being broadcasted in the world outside of us? Are you taking time for you? Are you taking time to move your body? Are you taking time to hydrate yourself? Are you taking time to go within and to, even if it's just for 5 minutes at a time, 15 minutes at a time, unplug from everything in the outside world so that you can receive and give yourself whatever it is that you require at this time? For me, I've always been an empath, someone that took on other people's feelings, thoughts, emotions, and whatever has been going on in their lives ever since I was 2 years old. This is pretty much who I've been. And so a lot of times with everything that is happening now, what I am noticing is that inadvertently I take on other people's thoughts, emotions, and feelings. And if I'm not like totally aware of it, I believe to think that I begin to think, or I begin to believe that they're actually mine. And if you also are an empath, or someone that's so super aware of everything that is happening everywhere, you might be experiencing the same thing. So I'm going to share with you today one tool that has been so helpful for me This tool comes from Access Consciousness. You can get more information at accessconsciousness.com. And the tool is, who does this belong to? Because what happens is our points of views create our reality. So everything that we are experiencing in our immediate reality have to do with our points of views. And over 90% of the time, those points of views that we have and we bought as though they're ours, they're actually someone else's. And so this tool, that's who does this belong to, is an amazing pragmatic tool that you can put to use right away. It's super simple, it's super easy to use. And of course, the only way that it works is if you actually use it. And it helps us let go of all those things that we took on, you know, the beliefs, the thoughts, the feelings, the emotions, the points of views that we took as though they're ours. Okay, so let me share with you how you actually use this tool. So you basically, let's say, you know, with everything that is happening, you might have been feeling like really sad, you know, almost like depressed, like lethargic, like you don't have energy. You can't find motivation to get up and, you know, work if you're working remotely now online, or just take care of your children, or cook a meal, or clean out your house, or whatever that, you know, quote unquote task is for you. And you just feel everything that I just shared with you. Instead of going into the feeling and the emotion and then making yourself wrong for feeling that, because that's also one of the things that we quite often do, you can actually put this tool to use, and you can say, okay, everything that I'm feeling, everything that I'm thinking, who does it belong to? And then you ask, is it mine? And when you say, is it mine? If it makes you feel heavy, doesn't mean that it's yours, because anything that makes you feel heavy is not true for you. And anything that makes you feel light, it's actually your truth. And so if you say, who does this belong to? And it makes you feel heavy, that means that it doesn't belong to you. And then you can go into, is it someone else or something else? So if you say, does it belong to someone else, or is it someone else's, and that makes you feel light, that means that it's not yours, it's someone else's. So then you go into, okay, so return to sender. You don't have to know who that person is or where you got that feeling, that emotion, that thought from. You simply just go return to sender with consciousness now. And what you're doing is send it back to the person that it belongs to, because you really can never change something that is not yours. So if you've been feeling, you know, depressed or down or sad or lethargic, or like you can't focus, or you, you know, all of that or anything else, if it doesn't belong to you, then there's nothing you can actually do to change it. But you, not really, but it's more like an and, using this tool can give you the, literally your power back to say, okay, this isn't mine, so I'm returning it. This isn't mine, so I'm returning it. It's kind of like when you put your clothes in the dryer, and then all of a sudden all that like static electricity gets onto them, and then everywhere you go and everything you do, like just picks up the lint from every other piece of clothing or anything else. And so it's kind of like the same thing with this, you know, we pick up vibrations, thoughts, feelings, emotions, and all kinds of stuff from everyone around us. And the thing is like that other person doesn't even have to be right near you in order for you to pick it up. Okay, that person can be 3,000 miles away from you and you're picking it up because you are so aware. So everywhere you're not willing to acknowledge how aware you truly are you willing to destroy and uncreate that right now, please? Awesome. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. This is a clearance statement from Access Consciousness. You can find out more about it at theclearancestatement.com. And sufficient for now to know that anytime you use this clearance statement, it literally erases all limitations that are keeping you from creating what you desire to create in your life and from being more of you. Okay, so back to who does this belong to? So if you're feeling heavy, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling lethargic, if you have a negative thinking in your mind, like whatever that is for you, go into, okay, who does this belong to? 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 Is this mine? If you feel light, it's yours, and then you can actually change it. If you feel heavy, it's not yours, and then you can go return to sender with consciousness. Does that make sense? Even if it doesn't make sense, it's such a great tool to use. And a great way to use it is by going to the App Store and downloading this for free. It's a free tool from Access Consciousness. It's called Who Does This Belong To? You're so psychic. I know that. So super psychic. Another thing that's been really helping me during these turbulent times is finding more humor, keeping myself, taking myself lightly has really been helping me. And even just looking up at jokes or things that are funny. And there are so many memes if you go on social media that, can really help you just get things in a lighter note. There is so much seriousness everywhere we look. Go into social media, there's a lot of serious posts. You look at the news, there's a lot of serious posts. There's a lot of people that are, negatively afflicted by this virus. There's so much sadness and stuff that's going on. And, the question for you is, what are you willing to do for yourself that can help you access something different? We always have a choice, and no matter how many restrictions are being in place upon us, like the isolation or social distancing or not being able to travel and many others, what are you willing to be, do, and choose for you that can help you give yourself what you require at this time, that can help you feel a little bit better about yourself, that can help you have a little more energy, that can help you uplift yourself and uplift others at this time? This too shall pass. My grandma used to say, the sun always shines after the rain. And so this might be our rainy season. This might be our season where we are all experiencing a whole different way, a whole different world that we never got to experience before. And what would it take for us to absolutely know, without a shadow of a doubt, that this too shall pass? And when we get to the other side of it, we are going to just literally be able to conquer anything and everything. When we get through this, and I'm telling you, you have the power, you have the choice, you have the tools, you have leadership capabilities within you that can allow you to choose something different, to believe in yourself, to be the person that you were born to be, to choose to feel good despite the circumstances that are happening in our lives, to gift yourself 10, 15, 20 minutes a day where you go inward, where you breathe or you meditate or you repeat an affirmation or you use a tool or you go walk on a treadmill or you go for a walk outside if you're allowed to do that, or you make your favorite dish, or whatever that is for you that can allow you to get some respite that's not even, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a word that's come in my head and I'm pronouncing it with my accent right now. It's like literally to give you a break from everything that is going on. Okay. So what can you be, do, and create that you have never been willing to be, do, and create before, that if you were to choose it now, it would allow you to create and access a brand new reality of possibilities, even in the midst of everything that's going on. So anything that doesn't allow you to be, know, perceive, and receive this, can you please destroy and create it now? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And what else is truly possible for each and every one of us that we did not think was possible, that others don't even believe is possible, that if we allow the possibilities, it would actualize a reality beyond this reality with total ease. And anything that doesn't allow this for you, will you destroy and uncreate it now, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you got anything from this episode and from this live on Instagram, please share it with your friends. Coming over to Apple Podcasts, subscribe to Live Your Happy Now. Leave us a quick review and 5 glowing stars. You can also join our Facebook group, Live Your Happy Now, and just post, what is uplifting you now? How are you coping with everything that is going on? And beyond coping, how are you thriving with this new reality that we're living in right now? And what are you choosing to be, do, and create right now that is contributing so much for the world and for the planet? Thank you so much for being you, my friend. Thank you for joining me today. I am so, so deeply grateful for you. Have an amazing day. If you require anything, if there's anything I can do for you, please do not hesitate to email me at accessmoreofyou@gmail.com. You can also come on over to my website, veronicaparker44.com. I am offering very deeply discounted online sessions to help you deal with everything that's going on. And I also have a brand new program that is launching on April 1st, and it's a 30-day money boot camp. We are connecting every day on Zoom for 30 minutes. We are reading and answering questions from the book, How to Become Money Workbook by Gary Douglas. I'm also doing clearings for everybody. We're working with affirmations, powerful statements, pragmatic tools, and also mini energetic sessions. And if you're not able to join live, you can also receive the recordings as well. The value of the program is $300, and I know everyone is in a different situation right now, so I'm actually opening it up and letting you pay whatever you like for it. You can find more information by going to bit.ly.moremoneybootcamp. And you can look at the notes for this episode, and I'll have a link for you to join us. How does it get any better than this? Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.